Fly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere. Friends to know and ways to grow. A reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton. You know, in this here cup, there's a whole gang of monsters. Some with one eye and 1,000 feet, others with one tentacle on their head. One's even nicknamed the Blob. But take a look in this cup. You can't exactly see these monsters. And that's because they aren't your typical monsters. In fact, they're so small that they can't be seen with the naked eye. You would need a microscope to see these microscopic monsters. Now, I've sent the palm water that we collected back to the lab, and we're currently waiting the results. But it shouldn't take that long, as the scientists who are working on it right now have access to a special tool called the microscope, which allows them to see very tiny little things. Wow, look at all these fascinating creatures. You know, these creatures are called germs. They can come in bacteria, viruses, or fungi. This right here specifically was in the pond water that we collected earlier in the episode, and it is called cholera. That's a deadly disease. I drank that. While I'm rethinking some decisions that I made a few hours ago, let's read a book. Let's read a book about these fascinating creatures. Germs Make Me Sick by Melvin Berger. Illustrated by Marilyn Hafner. Read by Catherine Lara.
You wake up one morning, but you don't feel like getting out of bed. Your arms and legs ache. Your head hurts. You have a fever. You say, I must have caught a germ. I think so. Germs are tiny, tiny living beings. In fact, a line of 1,000 germs can fit across the top of a pencil. There are many different kinds of germs, but the two that usually make you sick are bacteria and viruses. Under a microscope, bacteria look like round balls, straight rods, or spirals. Viruses are far tinier than bacteria. Some look like balls with spikes sticking out on all sides. Others look like tadpoles or metal screws, spider legs. Although germs are all around, your body keeps them out most of the time. Your skin blocks germs. Your nose helps too. Your nose is lined with tiny hairs that catch the germs when you breathe in and push them back out. Some germs do slip in every once in a while. Your friend sneezes, achoo! Germs fly out. Some of his germs may get into your lungs. You take a sip of your cousin's soda. Her germs are on the straw. A few of the germs get into your stomach. You're riding a bike. You scrape your knee. Germs from the ground may get under your skin. But even when germs get into you, your body has ways to fight them. White cells and antibodies in your blood usually kill germs before they can do any harm. But sometimes germs multiply or give on poisons that harm yourself. That's when germs make you sick. You may have pains or aches or run a fever. You might break out in a rash. Germs can bring you a cold and the flu, measles, mumps, chickenpox, and lots of other illnesses. Usually you feel better after a day or two, but if you don't, you should see a doctor. What hurts, they ask. You take a look. Perhaps they swab your throat with cotton. Then they send the cotton with the germs on it to a lab. Or they may take a few drops of blood from your fingertip or arm. The doctor gets a report from the lab. It tells whether the germs are bacteria or viruses. If bacteria are making you sick, the doctor usually prescribes you some medicine. Doctors do not yet have drugs to cure diseases caused by viruses, but they can give you shots to prevent some of these diseases. When germs make you sick, your doctor will tell you to stay in bed. Bed rest makes it easier for your body to fight the germs. Germs do make you sick sometimes, but you can help yourself stay healthy all the rest of the time by eating right, exercising, keeping clean, and wearing a mask.
Now that my doctors have prescribed me some antibiotics and I've been getting a lot of rest, I feel much better now. Anyway, I emailed some of my medical professionals about how to stay safe during the most infectious virus we've experienced in the past couple decades, that being the coronavirus. Let's see what they have to say. From Dr. Jamie Lee, they say that you should clean your hands often, either with soap and water for 20 seconds or a hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Wow. As medical professionals, I think that they know a lot about coronavirus and how it's spread and how we can prevent it from getting spread. Here's another response from Dr. Curtis McGee. They say that you should always wear a mask in a public setting and when around other people outside of your household. Wow. It is simply amazing what modern science can achieve for us. I have to ask you, what do you think germs are?
I think germs are like icky beans that crawl up your nose and make you sick.
Germs are those creepy things that make you feel yucky and gross.
I think that germs are like jelly blobs that float around your insides.
Thanks, kids. All your answers just made me realize just how much America needs Reading Rainbow right now. Anyway, germs, those small little microscopic creatures that float around and make us sick. However, with the proper protection, care, and healthy living decisions, we can make their efforts smaller than they are. Anyway, I gotta go.
Twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere. Friends to know and ways to grow. A reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look. It's in a book, a reading rainbow.